Hey everybody, my name is Ethen Ostroff. Today I'm going to be talking about something that happens way too often and leads to horrible injuries when it does happen. What happens after a scooter accident? But before I get into that, make sure to hit that subscribe button, follow along where I will make sure that your future case is protected. So who am I? My name is Ethen Ostroff. I am an injury lawyer. I have my own practice, Ethen Ostroff Law, outside of the Philadelphia area. I help people nationwide with their injury cases. So scooter cases, why do they have more value than the average case? And do you have a case even if you were in a crash? So people tend to think that because they're riding a scooter, if they get hit, that they don't have an injury case. That is just so far from the truth. In fact, when you get hit on a scooter, unless you're doing something really stupid like going the wrong direction on a road, or, the basic rules are you must follow the same rules of the road as a driver. If you don't follow those rules of the road and you get hit and it's your fault, guess what? You are at fault and you cannot recover. But if you are not at fault, do not let insurance companies tell you you don't have a case just because you were riding a bird or some sort of rental scooter. When you get hurt and it's not your fault, you have an injury case. And if you don't pursue it, the person that struck you is going to do that same thing to somebody else. So it is a good thing for society, for you to pursue your injury case. People think that it raises premiums. It does not. Your premiums went up as soon as you were at fault for a crash. People think that you are bad for society. It is not. If you do not equal society, then there will only be one side to society, the person who is at fault. And that is not okay. So in terms of a scooter accident, the reason why they are typically worth more, regardless of who is at fault, if you're riding a scooter, you're likely getting a lot more hurt than if you were in a car. I mean, just think about it. If you get hit when you don't have as much protection and you don't have a 1,000, 2,000 pound piece of metal protecting you and your safety, especially if you're not wearing a helmet, which is honestly idiotic, then you are going to be put in a position where you are hurt significantly more than if you were in a car crash and you were in a car. The reason why, obviously, if you are on a scooter, you just don't have the same kind of protections. You do not have the same kind of airbags. You do not have the same kind of things that surround you to make sure that if you do get hit, that you're safe. So when you get in a scooter crash, the thing that can happen is you can get some pretty serious injuries. You can break bones. I have seen death cases from scooter cases because people don't wear helmets. If you get in a scooter crash, you definitely will be able to get insurance. Either you're going to tap into your own insurance policy through your auto insurance. And let me make clear, if you make a claim and you're not at fault through your own insurance, for uninsured or underinsured motorist coverage, you cannot, by law, have your rates raised. So if you bring a claim and you are not at fault just because the other driver doesn't have insurance or the other driver leaves the scene, you can still make a claim typically through your own insurance company. So don't be afraid to reach out to a lawyer to make sure that you get your questions answered, because if you get banged up after a crash and it wasn't your fault, you definitely do have an injury case. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out. I'm happy to be there for you. I hope you never need to reach out to me about your scooter crash, but if you do, my information is below. Thanks so much. Make sure to hit that subscribe button. Follow along where I will make sure your future injury case is protected.